up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta get drunk before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my friends. About to go and damn near went blind. Young niggas at the pad throwing up gang signs. Ran in the house and grabbed my clip with the Mac 10 on the side of my hip. Bailed outside.
Minimum security institutions, also known as federal prison camps, have dormitory housing, a relatively low staff-to-inmate ratio, and limited or no perimeter fencing. These institutions are work and program oriented, and many are located near larger institutions or military bases, where inmates help serve the labor needs of larger institutions.
Low-security federal correctional institutions have double-fence perimeters, mostly dormitory or cubicle housing, and strong work and program components. The staff-to-inmate ratio in these institutions is higher than in minimum security facilities.
Medium security prisons have strengthened perimeters, often double fenced with electronic detection systems, mostly cell-type housing, a wide variety of work and treatment programs, and even higher staff-to-inmate ratio than low security.
Maximum security institutions, also known as United States penitentiaries, have highly secured perimeters featuring walls or reinforced fences, multiple and single occupant cell housing, the highest staff-to-inmate ratio, and close control of inmate movement.
If a prisoner has to be disciplined too many times, he or she will be sent to one of the prisons reserved for the worst of the worst.
When you first come and are assigned to the HIMAX unit, you are in a cell 23 hours a day, and if your behavior dictates, then we're going to even keep you in the cell 24 hours a day. This is the end of the road in Georgia prisons. This is the end of the road if you choose for it to be.
I've seen dudes next door to me commit suicide, throw feces on the officer, and then turn around and hang himself. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it done.
While you're here, you will not put your hand on any staff, whether they be security or non-security. You keep your hands to yourself, follow our instructions, and we'll take you where you need to go. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
They're just hardcore inmates. If you stabbed or killed in these other places or done something real serious, that's where everybody goes to.
It's like zoo, man, for real. That's exactly what it's like. You see them animals caged at the zoo, that's exactly what the hell it is.
I can tell you, one inmate can disrupt an entire housing unit. 3 inmates can disrupt an entire prison operation. Now, you take those in our system that were the worst, the most difficult to manage, the most violent towards others. We bunched them all together, for lack of a better word, and attempted to manage them under one roof.
Administrative facilities are institutions of special missions, such as the detention of pretrial offenders, the treatment of inmates with serious or chronic medical problems, or the containment of extremely dangerous, violent, or escape-prone inmates. Administrative facilities include metropolitan correction centers, metropolitan detention centers, federal detention centers, and federal medical centers. Administrative facilities are capable of holding inmates in all security categories. Female prison facilities are usually smaller than male prisons, holding only a couple hundred prisoners. They have both male and female guards.
A brawl between two inmates left this room blood-spattered. Despite the significant blood loss, no weapons were recovered. This was caused by women using their fists.
Probably the most common factors for violence would include homosexual type relationships amongst the inmates, personal clashes, theft, and drug debts. We combat it just like they do on the street, but drugs are here.
Drugs are in high demand. They're smuggled in through the mail, and sometimes even corrupt staff. Inmates who get their hands on drugs automatically have power over their peers and can extort addicts for money, possessions, or favors. The prison suspects Lily is one of the kingpins. She shows her power by having other inmates do as she says.
Hey, Cece, are you gonna go get us some water so we can get some ice today and stuff? I need some ice. They don't nobody too much mess with me or whatever, but when they do, it's on. Oh, they know better. They know not to with me. But,
can I talk to them?
If she does deal drugs, she makes sure not to get caught on camera. She knows the prison watches her.
anytime they hear my name up there, oh, Stanford, drugs, involved in drugs, or you don't label me like that because you never found drugs on me, in my possession, none of that. So don't keep putting me with drugs, narcotics, and stuff like that. And they always do.
There's a lieutenant in.
Lieutenant James Neely heads the prison's investigative services unit, known as ISU. His mission, curb violence at Valley State by stopping the flow of drugs.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
A lot of our violence at Valley State is due to drug debts and basically drug trade, period. When inmates accrue a drug debt and can't repay it, just like out on the street, there's going to be some violence that ensues.
The violence encompasses more than fists. The women get creative when arming themselves.
We find a lot of weapons, but usually it's more of a weapon of convenience.
Throw a lock in a sock, and it's a simple bludgeoning tool.
You can tell by the sound that it makes, it's pretty hard.
Melt or file a toothbrush, and it slashes and slices.
This right here is a slashing weapon. It is a toothbrush with a razor blade melted into the end.
Shove screws in a lighter, and it becomes a fatal stabbing device.
I've seen women with their faces slashed, arms, just basically all over the body.